Hello everyone, and welcome back to this corner of Tevat. New region brought us new local legends, now gathered all together in Valiant Chronicles, accessible through dialog with Katheryne. In this video, I will show you how to unlock them, how to complete secondary objectives, and give general and team building tips for the fights. The first medal for Nod-Krai local legends is always awarded for simply clearing the fight. The other two are tied to enemies' mechanics. Let's start with Sigurd. When dealing with Wild Hunt spots, you will receive a special item for clearing first 3 spots for the first time. After clearing the third one, the Bell of Morning Echoes quest will start automatically. The storyline is very short, so follow the marker and soon you will find yourself standing in front of the grave on the shore. After you return the relics, a dialog option for a fight will show up, and Sigurd will become permanently available in Valiant Chronicles. Sigurd battle has 2 stages. For the first one, you are fighting Sigurd himself in a Lightkeeper form. In this form, he has Electro AoE attack that requires a bit of charging. Avoiding getting hit by this attack throughout the fight earns you the second medal. After you defeat Lightkeeper Sigurd, he enters a second stage, during which you will have to face him in his Wilderness Cove form. During transformation, he gains Grief-stricken bar. You can attack him to increase this bar and speed up the second stage, but after a short moment he will restore the remaining health. His most important attack in the Ghoul form involves summoning exiles. If you fail to destroy them in time, Sigurd consumes them, dealing big damage and restoring his Grief-stricken bar. If you succeed in clearing them, each one cleared increases his Grief-stricken bar by a bit. The fight ends when the bar fills his health completely. You earn the third medal for clearing all exiles throughout the fight, before Sigurd gets a chance to consume them. The fight changes from favoring single target damage to favoring AoE effects. If you have to, you can try to tackle medals in 2 different attempts. For the first one, bring strong single target DPS, and as long as you run from the area of his charged attack, you will be able to earn the second medal. Bringing ranged attack characters would help you to keep dealing damage while staying at the safe distance. For the third medal, bring characters strong in AoE damage and grouping. Since the Lightkeeper form fight doesn't have any hidden time constraints, and you can take as long as you want, you can tackle all medals at once. I would recommend to prioritize the second stage, as successfully dealing with exiles is more critical. Additionally, remember that the second level of Moonsign, Ascent and Gleam, allows you to fill Grief-stricken bar without having to reduce normal health first. With Columbina's buff to Moonsign level, you can speed up the process of clearing the second stage with only Aina in the team. So for a free-to-play option, I would suggest to go with Virgin. Often forgotten sibling of Hyperbloom fits this fight pretty well. Firstly, Virgin damage is decent enough to clear exiles in the second stage, and its AoE nature pulls it ahead of Hyperbloom here. Secondly, most characters in this team are capable of healing, shielding, or reducing damage through other means, which is quite helpful in the first stage, where Sigurd's attacks can hit quite noticeably. Thirdly, since most damage in this team comes from Virgins, you only need to focus on your Pyro character artifacts. The only issue of this team is dependence on either DS skill or Thomas burst, so the damage output is not linear throughout the fight, and it requires some practice to execute flawlessly. Last tip: since Sigurd's fight takes place outside, you can take advantage of the rain to provide you with consistent Hydra aura. Moving on to the second boss, Tsar. In order to unlock the fight, you would need to complete a world quest, the Mirrors, the Maze and the Tsar, which you can start in Frostmoon Enclave. This quest will take about 20 minutes to complete, and features a decently long fight sequence in the end, although it doesn't require you to bring your strongest characters. After you finish the quest, teleport out and back in, and you will see the local legend Tsar. His main mechanic is summoning Stoneborn seeds. If you hit them with Bloom, Hyper Bloom, Purgeon or Lunar Bloom, they will convert and shoot back at Crab, dealing damage. If you bring a team that doesn't focus on any of these reactions, the Crab will detonate the seeds himself, and they will deal damage to you. Typical area of these hits isn't very big, so you can hide from it, for example by attacking the opposite side of the crab. After some time has passed, the crab rises up and shoots out multiple seeds. Ignoring them allows the crab to deal a lot of damage at once, effectively killing your active character. Converting them and sending them back to him destroys his shield and knocks him down, rendering him stunned for a brief period. After recovering from stun, the fight continues with crab summoning several seeds again, just like in the beginning. The cycle repeats until the fight is over. You earn the second medal in this fight for clearing more than 10 seeds, and the third one for defeating the boss before he rises up for the second time. The first condition is fairly simple. If you bring at least one Dendra and one Hydra character, or Lauma who deals Lunar Bloom on her own, together they will clear enough seeds throughout the fight to fulfill the condition. During the shielded stage alone, the crab shoots out more seeds than needed. Speaking of shielded stage, the arena includes a wet area, and during this stage, the crab shoots some seeds in the water too. However, one more converted seed is still needed to knock him down, so a Hydra character, or at the very least an anima who can absorb and spread Hydra element is necessary. But the truly unfortunate news about Crab Tsar is that the third medal is essentially a DPS check. Knocking the crab down once gives you some extra time to deal with him, but a 5-star level of damage output, or at the very least good investment in artifacts for weaker characters, is still required to earn the medal, and I was unable to find suitable free-to-play solution. Hyperbloom team, which would be keen, pun intended, in a single target fight at low investment, loses a lot of damage in this particular encounter, simply due to Hyperblooms targeting seeds first, and Virgin doesn't deal enough damage in a lot of time. If you lack DPS that can function in a team where 2 spots are reserved for a Dendra and a Hydra, there are still a couple of options you can try. You can attempt to brute force the fight with your best team. Interacting with seeds isn't necessary to deal damage to crab, and you can avoid the big hit by chilling on the shelf to the left of the arena. You would lose out on the stun phase, so you have less time to deal damage before the second shielded stage. But if you are able to clear more than half of his health during the first portion of the fight, you are likely to defeat the Crab Tsar in time. If you need just a small push, don't forget that potions and food buffs are active during this fight. And for the last resort, you can ask for help from your friends, while still meaningfully contributing to the fight by bringing a Hydra and a Dendra duo. Our third local legend is Raskolnikov. He is unlocked by completing the Showmaker's Children Go Barefoot World Quest during exploration of Kawaki Experimental Design Bureau. The quest takes from half an hour to an hour to finish. During the storyline, you are assumed to wander around F2P base secretly. So if you meet any enemies, you have 20 seconds to clear them before an alarm goes off. However, don't be upset if alarm gets triggered. It summons a second group of F2P to beat on the spot and turns off, so it won't affect the rest of your playthrough. In the end of the quest, you fight Raskolnikov normal version, so when you finish the storyline, teleport away and come back to the roof for a Valiant Chronicles version of the fight. Raskolnikov's main mechanic is creating multi-layered shield that regenerates on its own. Other than that, he has lower health pool compared to previously discussed enemies, and is easier to stagger. For the second medal, you would need to avoid getting hit by his electro attacks, and for the third one, destroy the shield. You could have already noticed that during the fight, the legend deals pyro damage. He saves his electro attacks for the shield stage, so you only need to be prepared to deal with that phase to earn all 3 medals at once. Since you need to focus on dodging lightnings, I would recommend to choose characters that deal good damage without your active input. For a free-to-play option, I have chosen an Overload team. Outside of shield stage, it has good survivability by staggering Raskolnikov even more often. And while dealing with the shield, Sanlin's Pyronada and Fischl's Oz together can outdamage the shield regeneration, leaving you free to focus on running around in circles dodging lightnings. For that, Raskolnikov seems to be the least intimidating enemy in Valiant Chronicles, so if you are new to local legend hunting, start with him. Each medal earned gives you 20 Primogems, and getting at least 7 out of 9 gives you an avatar frame. I wish you good luck in obtaining these rewards, and I hope that you have found this video helpful. Please leave me a like and subscribe for more upcoming Genshin Impact content. I will see you soon. Bye bye!